Verse 13, and not many days after, the younger one gathered all these things together and journeyed into a far country, and there wasted his possessions with prodigal living. My first point for you tonight is tell your neighbors and neighbor. Never seek to be independent from God.
Never seek to be independent from God.
Tell them again, say neighbor. Never seek to be independent from God. You know, there's nothing more amazing than seeing a little child trying to walk. And it's just amazing seeing a little child trying to walk in. They be so determined to walk on their own without any help. I don't know about some of the kids in y'all family, but some of the kids now is just so hard-headed, they don't even want you to help them. They're ready to bust their head on that wall in order for you, instead of you helping them walk, amen? But the thing about it is, no matter how many times they fall, they're going to get right back up and still keep on trying to walk, amen? And see, the amazing part of it is that no matter how many times you tell them that they can't do it on their own, how many times you try to pick them up, how many times you tell the older one to go grab their arm, they're going to keep fighting it until they can do it on their own. Y'all see that little short right there, the gray shirt right there? This one right here is one of the hard-headed children you ever seen in your life. Not now, but I'm talking about when she was a baby. And she would just fall, and we'd be so scared that she just keep on falling. But she didn't want nobody to help her because she was determined to walk by herself. Ain't that right, Khalees? Amen? But see, how many of you know that in life, we're not supposed to be walking by ourselves? How many know that we were never designed to be independent from God? See, in the same manner, many of you gave your life to Christ one day. And when his love came in, it was just so overwhelming. It was so intoxicating. It was so breathtaking to the point that the only thing you wanted to be was be with God. You didn't want to do nothing else. You just wanted to be right in the eyes of God. You had a passion inside of you to do what God had said, and all you wanted to do was to be pleasing in his sight. And through his grace and by faith, you received your salvation, and then you begin to study, and then you begin to practice, and you begin to go to church more, and you begin to reach out to God, and you begin to mature. And just like you was when you was a baby, just because you done got a little older, you think you can walk this life by yourself. Right. But I want to tell you today that God is never designed for you to walk by yourself. If you go back and look at Genesis 3, the Bible says that in the cool of the day, God would come down and walk with Adam. That was his goal. That was his design, that he wanted to be with us all the days of our lives. The Bible tells us in Amos 3:3 that unless two agree, how can they walk together? See, the problem is the reason that we don't want to walk with God is because we don't agree with God. We want to do things our way. And you know how God is. He ain't letting nothing ride. See, your friends may tell you it's okay to do that, but God gonna tell you quickly, you don't need to do that. Your family may say, that's all right. They may give you a high five, but the Holy Spirit gonna say, you don't need to do that. So this is the reason why many of us want to walk on our own, because we don't want to be reminded of what we're doing wrong. But look at this young man. His father had took care of him all the days of his lives. And he had got to a point now he figured, I can do it on my own. What is it in our lives that convinces us that we are able to do this on our own? How many of y'all was able to die for yourselves? How many of you were able to forgive you for your own sins? How many of you was able to take stripes for yourself that you can be healed? How many of you was able to go to hell for 3 days and rise with all power in your hands? So if none of us can say that we can do that, how can we feel that we can do this life on our own? If we needed God for that, we know we need him for everything. And the fact that he has gave us a promise in Hebrews 13 that he would never leave us nor forsake us lets us know that we need him always. There ain't no days off. And because we have convinced ourselves that we can do this without him, many of us are living a nightmare disguised as a dream. If I can put myself in this guy's position, I can bet when he was out there in that far country, he thought he was living a dream. Because you know there's only certain things you can do when you're around your father. There's only 30 things you can say when you're around the Father. But when you have to go to a far, far country to be able to do something because you don't want to be ridiculed, you don't want to be disciplined. But how many of you know that God is everywhere? I was talking to a group of people the other day, and they was talking about how some people got caught on Facebook Live at a bar. And some deacons and some deaconesses and some preachers all was in there. And they got caught on Facebook Live with somebody else was in there. And they had all kind of liquor bottles and everything all on the table. And as soon as they found out they was all on Facebook, they made the girl take the video down. My question to them was, you think God is it? You think God needed the Facebook Live to know what you was doing? You see, we have to understand that we can hide from man, but we can't hide from God. God knows everything. So the point of the matter, me not knowing, you know my mess.